Greetings. We are Decomposition AI, and our application aims to create a supercharged way of interacting with AI agents so that the responses and their context can be curated in a very modular way as per the user's requirement. The reason why we created this application was because when we are trying to implement, and me personally trying to implement different complicated ideas or perhaps a software feature, GPT would give a list of steps that must be implemented in order to successfully create that feature or produce that research. But in doing so, the user must iterate multiple times over a single step before they get the perfect final response. But in doing so, the chat context gets blown up and muddied with incorrect answers or answers that don't exactly match the user specification. In order to solve the problem, we have created Decomposition AI that lets users manually curate the context and the responses in a way that allows them to get the perfect response. Here in this example, we have three different chains of thought in green, in purple, and in blue that the user has gone over, iterated, broken down, and merged so that they get the perfect answer. So for this particular demonstration, I will be pretending to be a user that wants to buy a house in the United States. But in order to make an informed decision, I will first want to understand what the median house prices are in the United States by, different states and other criteria. Then perhaps I also want to see the quality of life because it's important to figure out what the place is like, if it is to your suiting, the weather, the crime, the comfort index, so on and so forth. As we can see, the response is being generated, and then the most important thing, the finances. What are the mortgage prices? How much can I expect to pay? What are the rates that I'll get? And things of that nature. So as we can see, we have these particular things. So in this response, it is giving us Massachusetts, New Hampshire, New Jersey, and so on and so forth. But I also want to see if Florida, which is pretty good at this time of year, what does that look like? So give me the analysis on Florida and California, perhaps. Let's go. Perhaps the spelling should be fixed. Here we go. And we have queried this response node, and it says yes, while looking at Florida and California for quality of life, we can expect these things. So if I'm dialing down on Florida and California, I'd also want to understand the median house prices and what I can expect to pay for a particular house. So I will manually connect this to the Florida and California query and get a response from GPT that says, hey, the median house prices for California and Florida are as such. But then I also want to understand what the mortgage rates for the particular states are. So I will connect that query here and see what response is generated. And as we can see, we have gotten a response which says Florida and California, the average mortgage rates are so on and so forth. It gives us dates and percentages. This is really good. But I want to break this down even further so I can decompose this idea so that the different important points in this are broken down into their own sub-nodes, sub-queries, and it gives us a particular response over here, which is exactly what we wanted. But now, let's say we want to see what the average mortgage rates for the 30 years are for Florida, and we want to mix it with the particular context for the quality of life. We can even merge nodes. So merge nodes will take the context from different chains, find out which ones are the most applicable, and create a response in this particular format. Here we can see we have gotten the exact responses that we were hoping for, which help us make an informed decision. We can further query other things here, and we can say what are the average house prices in Florida, and query that as well. Now we can get, based on the median data that it found out, it can give you a very curated response that, hey, it's 300,000 to 350,000. And it is getting that information from realtors and Zillow and public databases as well. So as you can see, the user has taken three different chains of thought and curated the context as I had described and gotten responses exactly how they would have wanted. Thank you for your time, and I hope this demonstration helps show the power and potential of decomposition AI. And I very much look forward to having a discussion on next steps. Thank you very much.